Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I'd take you on a trip with me, my routine to get towards the barn. So come along with me. First stop is the gym. Let's get started.
No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. Can somebody save me, save me?
All right, we are done working out. So now it's time to head to the barn and feed the horsies and do a little bit of working out, just a little bit. Whew, man, I'm ready. Okay, so I just got here, and at first I was worried that Bella was like, sometimes she's like up in the trees, like on the top of the hill, and I can't see her. And so I was like, oh crap. But I just noticed she heard my car, so look. Bella Belle! Here she comes. She definitely wants me to go ahead and feed her. She's like, she'll be waiting at the gate. What's really cool is, even if I don't see her, a lot of times if I'll call her and call loud enough, she'll hear me and she'll actually come down the hill. It's really great that in such a short period of time, I already have her coming down and I don't have to always go up there and get her. Very rarely that happens. It still does sometimes, but not nearly as much as it used to. Look at her down here waiting on me. Hi, Bella Belle. Hi, Bella Belle. I also have Wrangler down here, another barn person's horse. She asked me if I can, if he's around, to just give him a little food so that he'll be more likely to come in. They don't get to come out as much as I do. So I'm going to grab him something. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. Gracious. Oh, thanks. Thanks for that. Don't worry, Wrangler. I'm going to come get you some food. Just be patient with me, please. She thinks I gave him something. She's going to try to get whatever she can. Hey. Go back where you're supposed to go. Sorry, guys. I had to run up here because sometimes she decides to act like she doesn't know what she's doing, and she'll go in that side of the barn, and then she'll go in the stall that is not hers. Jeez. So now I just had to run up there, and then she tries to be like, no. She hasn't done that in a while, though. Whew. Yeah, you have to be in here. This is where your supplement is. Jeez. Ugh. That was ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna grab some for Wrangler? I'm coming, Wrangler. I know you're waiting. He's like, let me out. I want some food. And there's not enough stalls right now because of two of them get really rained out. So because of that, there's basically two stalls that are unusable. Go on, Gunner. Come on, Wrangler. All right. Well, I got 2 out of 6. I'm ready to eat. Now I gotta call the rest of these goobers. They're probably in the very back of the pasture. The good thing is I can just call Dash's name and they'll all come running. So I don't have to worry about going and getting them individually. They know if I call Dash, it's dinner time. Dash! Dashy boy! Come on, Dash! Of course, the old man's coming down first. And then right behind him are the 2 nuisances of the barn. The goats. They think I'm calling them down for dinner time, too. You can see behind the goats are the last 2 members. There's Dash and there's Britches. Come on, Dash! Daisy boy! All right, Chimmy, go on. You know where you're supposed to go. You do. You do. Go on. And the goats, I don't know why they're even in a pasture because they can escape anytime they want. So they'll escape, and I will have to put them back in a stall so that they aren't a distraction, because they'll eat everybody else's food and bother them. Yeah, here they come. All right. The goats should be coming around the corner soon. I have to be careful because sometimes I have to make sure they get rounded up before I can let the other 2 in, because for some reason, yeah, I'm talking about you. Why are you so slow sometimes? All right. Come on. Don't get distracted. No. No, 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 no. Today would be the day that I'm trying to video and everything goes wrong. Come here. Do you not want this? Come on. Normally, as long as I get them distracted enough, I don't have to worry about them going into a stall that's not theirs. Here. All right, there you go. Yeah, now I gotta wait for the other one because he's coming. He's just slower. Willie, come on. Oh yeah, their names are Willie and Waylon. Willie is like ridiculously slow. I don't know, I might have time to let the other horses in before he even gets over here. Sometimes I do. All right. Come on, my boys. Dash. Britches. I don't know what's up with Britches' feet. Oh, baby. Come on. They just had their feet done. And I don't know why it's so much for Britches and Chimmy. But they'll be like this for like a week after they get their feet done. Dash has never been like that. Now, they all have the same farrier. So I don't know if it's just, I don't know. I have no idea. But Britches and Chimmy are owned by the same person. And Dash and Bella are obviously owned by me. And Dash and Bella tend to never have issues after he trims their feet. So I don't know. Are you done, pretty girl? Let me feed the other one. And then I'll come get you. Okay, Bella? Bella, babe? Are you ready? She doesn't know this yet, but she's getting ready to work out a little bit. She'll find out soon enough. Come here. Whoa. She sees something, obviously. Should have seen her the other day. She saw something in the woods. I couldn't see it. I don't know what it was. And she was freaking out. She's like, oh. And like just stiff. And if I tried to move her towards that way, she would kind of like, it was funny. Anyway, okay, so Bella, update on her. She's doing great. She's still fat. It's been so hot. It's been hard to get a workout done with her. There have been some days that have been really cool in the morning. Sometimes it doesn't matter how early you get out here or how late in the evening you get out here, it's going to be hot. So that's, I'm going to breathe in. Don't take my little microphone off. Ew. Okay, I hope this doesn't mess up my sound. Anyway, so it's been so hot. It's been really hard to like do stuff like work her out and stuff because it's hot. Like, at least I can go to the gym in air conditioning, you know. She, once her workout's over, she has to stay outside. So I've been trying to be careful about, and usually in the summertime, especially here, a lot of people take breaks from a lot of work. The only problem is if you don't have a covered arena in the winter, then you can't do that either. So it's hard. It's a balance. So I've been trying to, that's part of the reason why I've kind of fixed my schedule where I come out early. So I go work out early and then I come out here so that she gets a chance to be worked and not die from heat. So one thing about her updates, she started having these issues on her back legs where she was actually like balding from, I'm assuming it was rain rot, but it was obviously some kind of like fungus, like some kind of fungus on her legs. And not really sure why all of a sudden it happened. It literally went from like, I think maybe it was Saturday the last time I saw her. Legs look fine. I come back on Monday because I have a friend who comes out on Sunday and feeds the lady whose horses I feed all week. She comes out just on Sundays and feeds for me, so I get one day that I don't have to come out here. So it works out great. But so it was like that Sunday I wasn't here. I came out Monday and her legs were like balding. And I was like, what in the world? Like, what the heck happened? And I know sometimes rain rot, especially, because it happened with Rio too, it can just like, boom, show up in like a day or two and be just like, or some kind of like skin fungus or whatever. And I was like, okay, whatever. So that was fine. Like, and you can see now her legs, they're not bald. Like, they were bald all through here. Like, the fungus was so bad they were bald, which is awful, you know, for any horse to have to deal with that. But then, like, I got rid of that with my Sport Horse Essentials. I'll show you that in just a second. And then she started getting it down her neck. Now you can see these spots right here where the hair is growing back. These were bald spots. Like, see if I can get, see right there? That was a bald spot. And it still looks kind of bald, but it actually has some hair growing. But like her whole neck all the way down to here and then under her like head, she had the same kind of fungus. After I got rid of the ones with back legs, it started up here. And I was like, what the world? I was like, why is this happening? So I had been using what is, I would say, one of the best, oh gosh, where did I put it? One of the best uses, one of the best products for rain rot and stuff. It's the Sport Horse Essentials Fungus and Wound Spray. This stuff is amazing. It got rid of some rain rot that Rio had a while back in like 3 days. Like, and it was a really bad rain rot. And this stuff is amazing, and it had been working really well. So I was trying to use this, but this stuff right here is expensive. And after 2 bottles, trying to get rid of everything that she was dealing with, I was like, okay, like, I'm going to try something that is still the same kind of product, but a little cheaper. So I bought some of this because I was like, I'm not going to be spending, I don't remember how much, like $60 by the time you pay for shipping on something that has probably 10 less ounces in it. And so I bought this for like half the price, and I started using this on her instead because I was like, I won't be able to afford to take care of her if I keep using, like, I'm not saying don't get that stuff because it's amazing and it works great, but the mane and tail did the job. So I started putting it on her, and it got rid of it. Then she started having problems with her forehead. Now, obviously, you can see she doesn't have any more, but you can see, you see that bald spot right there? Yeah, that was from the stupid stuff that was on her forehead. Now, I think the reason I kept having a hard time getting rid of that, especially, was because of her forelock. So I started braiding her forelock and then treating it. Once I did that, she stopped having as much issues. So now we have a solid, oh, you're so sweet. Now we have a face that doesn't have any on it, as far as I can tell. I've been keeping an eye on it in case I need to do it some more. I might have to soon, because you can use it as a preventative too. And anyway, so it's really helped with her forehead. So needless to say, she must be either susceptible to rain rot. I know I've heard where certain skin biomes, like certain horses, like in their genetics, they just have certain like oils that they either lack or whatever that makes their skin like more susceptible to rain rot and such than other horses. And if that's the case, I will be keeping some of this the Protect mane and tail, because otherwise I'm going to be going through way too much stuff. So anyways, that's her. Other than being fat, she's been really good. The only thing I had was a little bit of a scare. She had like this bump, this huge bump, like on her belly. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, like, are we looking at something like a hernia or something along those lines? Like, I'm thinking, oh great, like, oh great. Turned out that it was not. At first, when I was reading through what it could be and seeing pictures of what it could be, it looked like it was probably edema, from what it looked like. Now, I had this weird feeling that maybe it wasn't even that. And so I started treating it with SWAT, which is this, it's a more concentrated fly preventative or fly repellent ointment. So I started putting that on her stomach, which, speaking of which, I gotta get this out because I'm gonna have to use it on her. So I started using that on her, and when I started using that on her, I'm gonna spray her real quick. I noticed the bump started going away. I was like, oh, that's weird. Why is the bump going away? If it's like edema, because that wouldn't cause the edema to go away by putting SWAT on it. But it did. And so my working theory, is that it was not edema, and that what had happened was she kept getting bit on the tummy, and her back leg would come up and kick it, and it caused like almost like a swell right there. And so because she kept kicking it and kept kicking it, it either got bigger or just stayed the same. So once I started putting the SWAT on it, the flies weren't messing with her as much, so she didn't have to kick as much, and then eventually it just went completely away. So horses are like a science experiment half the time. Some things you figure out what they are and you have to call a vet, and some things it's like, okay, let me try a couple things first. Try a couple things, turns out it's not even what you thought it was originally. Weird, I know. So Dash has been doing well. So the vet came out not that long ago. Everybody had their feet done, or not feet done, teeth done, all their shots, all that jazz. He had his ears cleaned out. You know, he has the plaque in his ears. The vet was like, please try to get him somehow to put on a fly mask with ears. I could get it on him, which is shocking because I didn't think I could. He's come a long way since I first got him. But also, if you try to put it on while he's eating, it's a good distraction. He doesn't pay attention as much, so it's not as bad for him. And then they checked on his leg, his knee. He said he's definitely got like some swelling and stuff. So I asked if he think it might be arthritis, and he said it very well could be. He said, but I don't want to diagnose it without an X-ray. And he really wasn't thinking he could get an accurate X-ray here at the barn. So he suggested that we make an effort to make an appointment to go to the vet to get an X-ray done. Dash doesn't seem to care that he's limping around at all. He's not really limping a lot. The only time I notice it is when he's trotting. That's it. I mean, I will come out sometimes and call them down, and he will literally gallop down the hill or canter, and I can't even tell that he's having problems with this knee. So it could very well be arthritis. So he gave us a specific medication. Hold on one second. So the specific medication is, it is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. You can see it? Yeah. So there's 60 of these, one a day. He's been taking them. He's been a pain in the bahookie about it. At first I thought I can just throw it in the food and he'll just eat it. No, that's not how that works. So what I have to do is I have to put grain in my hand like this, put the pill on top, and I have to like shove it into his mouth. Here, eat it. Stop trying to bite my palm. You always do that. No! Ash. Here. Take the darn pill. Did you take it? I think he just... Did you just take it? And then I have to watch the ground because I have to see if he dropped it. Like, I don't see it on the ground. I thought that's what I dropped. But I guess I didn't drop it. I think he took the pill in his mouth and dropped a piece of grain because that's all I can find. Then I give him this treat so that I make sure he swallows it. I don't know why. Like, he's been pretty good about me doing that because I'll just shove it up right there and that'll be the first thing in. So all he'll taste is grain. And I didn't think he'd be able to taste the freaking pill. But apparently he does. He's a goob. You are. You're a goob. I just admitted it. Okay, and then sunscreen. His nose still looks pink, but it was red and had like big blisters on it. So in the summertime, if you have a horse with a pink nose, this is probably the best you're going to get it to look if you're not covering it with some kind of like actual cloth or mesh cover. And because he won't wear a freaking fly mask, there's really no point in me putting a cover over it. Even so, the ones that come down, they don't always come down enough to actually like cover what is getting burned the most. So I was trying sunscreen and it was fine, but it wasn't really like that good. And then I had this idea in my brain. I was reading what Corona specifically is used for. Where are you going? What Corona is specifically used for minor cuts, sores, burns, chapping, and dry skin. So one thing about Corona is anytime I've used it, it's extremely thick. And because it's extremely thick, it usually does not come off very easily. So I thought, I wonder if I could use this as a sunscreen. And it's multi-purpose. Obviously, I can use it as sunscreen if I want to. Because it won't come off that much. And it heals on top of that. You know, sunscreen just prevents. This is like it prevents and it heals. So the nice thing about it is, while it's also protecting his nose from the sun, it's healing up all the dry skin from it being burned and stuff. So This is what I've been using. And I buy the one that actually looks like a sunscreen bottle. So much better. For any of you horse people out there who are looking for some kind of solution, he's much better than he used to be about sunscreen. It used to be I would have to like chase him down the aisle because, you know, the way that you get horses to quit, you know, being all like, no, don't put the sunscreen on me. If you like let them move away from you, then they'll always move away from you. So instead, I would just chase him down, put my hand on his nose like this, and just go as far back as he would go. And eventually he realized, okay, this is a lot more effort to not get any results. I'm basically not accomplishing anything. So he gave up and he realized that I'm superior. So last thing we got to do for him, not the last thing, I have one more thing, but fly spray. And he's actually a lot better about this too. Oh gosh, I forget I have a mic, so I start talking louder. One thing about this too is he used to like, I would spray him and he would like turn and he would go away from the spray. So all in all, he's improved a lot since I've had him. Yeah, so it's been great. Also, to finish that update on Dash's knee and everything, where'd you go? Oh, he's on this side. I was like, where'd he go? To finish that update on Dash's knee, basically the vet told me I need to come get x-rays. And I asked him because I know with Buddy, he was always better if he had since he had arthritis, he was always better if I worked him out because it kept that knee bendy and everything. And Dash has been on glucosamine supplement. He told me to keep him on that. That was a good thing. So basically he told me that I should not be working him out until we know what it is. So there you go, my baby. Oh, the sweet little baby. It was so sweet. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? He doesn't believe me. I'm just kidding, I will. So basically the vet was like, I would not work him out. So for now, he's getting a break from being worked out, which part of it is sad because I really was trying to get him, because he started like improving all of a sudden and he wasn't like having any problems, and then all of a sudden he started going back down again when it got really cold, which is just part of what makes me think it's arthritis. And I think that the reason it hasn't like improved a lot is because I've been too worried to work him out, because I'm afraid it's something along the lines of, you know, something that's not arthritic, that if I work him out, he might hurt himself and never improve and just stay in that state forever, which, you know, I have said this already to him, which, you know, he's a horse, but I have said it to him. Here, Wrangler, I'm going to take you out. I don't care if he can never be ridden again, because, you know, I made a commitment to him when I purchased him. Now, I purchased him specifically to be my barrel horse, and I truly believe the Lord had him for me because of just the kind of horse he is. He's just so amazing and so sweet, and I just truly think that he is amazing, and he's just worth every bit of who he is, just based off of his personality and everything. So he'll never go anywhere, even if Vet goes, yeah, you'll never be able to ride him again. But I know he enjoys a lot of stuff. I think he's kind of sad. He seems to be kind of sad that we don't do stuff as much. I am working with him at the trailer. He can self-load. I don't know if y'all saw that short, but he can self-load now. Next step is to actually take him on a short trip, just to ensure, she's like, where have you been? Just to ensure that if I do take him somewhere, I can get him back on after getting there. So that's kind of where we're at now. Um, so we'll see where it goes with him. Hopefully, I'm hoping that sometime in September we go for our vet appointment. When you spend $900 almost on a vet appointment for 2 horses, and then he goes, "Yeah, you need to come get X-rays." I'm like, oh, sir, I'm gonna have to recover first. So now I'm going to take Bella. Bella's kind of been my focus now because I can't ride Dash. So I'm going to take Bella out here. One thing I have been doing and trying to make time for with Dash is some like Liberty training. We haven't gotten really into it yet. We've done like a few sessions, but nothing crazy. I gotta just lock in and do it. But that's something I can do without like, you know, riding him or anything, and it's not going to take a lot of stress on him. He won't get stressed out because it doesn't actually like require a ton of physical stuff that he's not already doing out in the pasture. And I won't be on him, so it won't be that extra weight on his knee. So until we get that going, that's where we're at with him. I know I haven't given an update in a while, and I'm sorry, but life's been really crazy. But now we're gonna go lunge Bella on the lead in the arena, and I'm gonna take y'all with me, and then we will be done, and then she can go free. And because the arena is right next to the pasture, probably just let her out from there, because it's not like we're gonna get super sweaty or anything. But yeah, so Bella's been doing good though. I don't know how much I've told y'all about her, but we'll talk more about that later. We're just gonna focus on this. Okay, so we are done with, we're done with lunging. I would have shown y'all more, but it's really hard to do this and do that. Hopefully I'm going to get my little tripod thing that actually tracks you fixed and everything so that y'all can actually watch more. But for now, this is what we got. She did great. So I'm going to send her off, and I'm going to send y'all off at the same time. I hope you enjoyed this little update and video. I think I'm going to start doing kind of more of this format for a while, where we're kind of like vlogging and stuff, until I find out a better format. So I'm going to let Bella go, and then I'm going to head home. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Save me.